serving turkey, hot dog on a bun with tater tots, or chicken sauce.
What she's doing in front of the cameras. Teenagers who lose their innocence in the grown-up world of modeling. ER's George Clooney. Thousands of young women are drawn to the profession only to be scammed and exploited. Now Extra's Phil Schumann uncovers the ugly side of beauty.
Welcome to the Las Vegas Strip Bikini Photoshoot.
It's flashy, it's sexy, it's Vegas. It's also a chance for aspiring models to have photos taken in a safe environment.
Very nice.
That's important for 14-year-old Amber and her mom, Stephanie Danielson. They know the business can sometimes be filled with danger and deceit.
At first, when I first started, just being in a bikini in front of a whole bunch of guys, I felt uncomfortable, but then I had to get rid of my shyness, so it helped me out a lot.
We heard by word of mouth that they were doing free shots and free portfolios out here, and we wanted to get her a little bit of exposure.
Exposure that girls like Amber hopes lead them to the big time, like the Paris fashion shows, where supermodels Karen Mulder and Carla Bruni are the stars, but even they warn beginners to be cautious.
The most important thing to do is just not to listen to people in the street that might propose you to do pictures or to make you a star. It just doesn't work that way.
Try to avoid freelance modeling because that's when you cannot control the people.
Perfect. Right?
That's why in Las Vegas, Adam Martinez's weekly bikini contest, which he began in 1992, is a success.
The models get their photos and they can approach modeling agencies with these photos that they get for free and show them to the agencies.
Free, a key word. Prospective models shouldn't have to spend money up front to get an agency interested, according to Steve Chamberlain with LA Models.
If a girl walks into an agency and it's going to cost her money right from the start, that's a scam. The only way a legitimate agency makes money is if the girl makes money.
Move your face like you did. That was really nice.
It's just common sense, says veteran photographer Barry Rosen.
It's very easy in this business to take advantage of people because you're playing off their vanity.
Nina Blanchard would certainly agree with that.
But the fact is that it's too easy to be taken.
Blanchard retired from the agency business after decades at the top. The woman who discovered, among others, Cheryl Teague, Renee Russo, Aaron Gray, has written a novel about the business and has this advice for beginners.
And if someone approaches you on the street and says, gee, you're really pretty, you should be a model. Oh, my advice is take the card and just say, I'll have my mother call you.
So the bottom line, don't pay in advance for photos as a condition of getting work. Don't pay an agency to sign you up, and don't go to photo shoots alone. Now tomorrow, more on the ugly side of beauty.
They don't even realize that they're being come on to sexually.
Supermodel Beverly Johnson talks about the real-life dangers and deceptions on and off the runway. That's tomorrow. Phil, Dave?
Wow, thanks, Phil.
Very interesting. Thanks, Bill.
Well, you're all nude and somebody's just like filming you up and down, up and down.
The supermodels reveal horror stories about their glamorous careers.
Feel the dirt, the dangers, the deception of the modeling biz.
Say it ain't so. Singer Michael Bolton. To become a model, then please listen up. Extra's Phil Schumann spoke to some of the biggest names in the business and has some important warnings about the ugly side of beauty.
Beverly Johnson, the name, the face, famous worldwide. One of the first true supermodels. But even today, at age 43, Johnson is still bitter about what happened to her as a naive teenager working with a well-known photographer.
The photographer came on to me, and I was like 17 years old, very frightened, and he asked me to come to his room. I'll never forget. He was lying there on the bed with his big belly and hair all over. I'm like, yes, you wanted to see me? And to make a long story short, I started to cry.
Models have plenty of stories. Nadja Auerman had problems even backstage in Paris.
You suddenly look up and you're all nude and somebody's just like filming you up and down, and you're like, okay, please give me the tape.
It's not just sexual harassment. More widespread, aspiring models say, are charges for unnecessary classes. Are photographers who promise work only if models pay for photos in advance. Of dishonest agents who take models' money. Model Jennifer Kroll says she lost at least $10,000 with an agency that went bankrupt. That's before she signed with the respected agency LA Models.
A lot of the girls that I know, this is just recently, there were about 10 of us that lost a lot of money and will never see it.
You can lose more than your innocence, more than your money. If models aren't careful, they can lose their lives. We all remember California model Linda Sobek, who police say was murdered by photographer Charles Rathbun in November of last year, after Rathbun allegedly lured her to a remote location, alone. Linda broke that basic safety rule and paid the ultimate price. Walking down this runway may be your fantasy. Beverly Johnson once walked the walk, made headlines and heads turn. Now she hopes to turn young minds onto the ugly reality of the beauty business.
99.5 of the girls that leave modeling leave broke and brokenhearted.
And Beverly Johnson is a founder and spokeswoman for a new models union that offers information about how to avoid that ugly side of beauty. Arthel, Dave?
Tough business.
Not what you think. Thanks, Phil.
Thank you, Phil. Regis Philbin.